Yep, still afraid of the camera. I will get over it at one point. I promise. Um, it's been a bit, been a couple days. I've been wanting to make another video, but life gets in the way, and working on new paintings and trying to move things forward. And it's not. It doesn't always mean I get to do what I want to do when I want to do it, which is kind of fitting, for what this video is about. Yeah, because like I think excuses are one of the biggest dream killers in creative life. And they're so easy to fall into. I'm not saying that from a pedestal. I had plenty of them myself. And I mean, like I said, you have to have a pretty thick skin. I mean, look at me. I am terrified of the camera. I've been in radio for a long time now. And I've always just done this. I don't know. I don't feel me without those on. I don't feel me without a microphone in front of my face. I don't feel me without these cans on, even though I kind of don't need them to make videos like this. And these were excuses for a long time. Like, oh, I can't make a video today because my shades are, I left them at so-and-so's house. Or maybe I shouldn't make a video because people need to see your eyes and all that stuff. It was like, well, is there a rule that says you can't wear sunglasses in a YouTube video? Everybody's using an SM7 microphone. I never saw the point, really. They sound lousy on my voice, and like everybody's using one. I'm too old. It's too late. I'm not connected to the art world enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not as good as these other painters in this gallery. The difference is those excuses didn't get to stay very long. I kicked them out pretty quick. I mean, at some point I realized nobody was coming to remove them for me. And there were things in this life that I wanted to accomplish. There were things that I wanted to complete. There was things that I wanted to see done. You're not going to achieve them with any kind of excuses in your head. You're just not. And it sucks. I know it's really, really, I know it's hard. It is. I started painting at 38, and immediately thought right out of the gate, I'm behind, which I was. I remember thinking I'll be 700 or so before I get decent at this. But I didn't realize how much I soaked in from my grandmother, like subconsciously. Even watching her as a kid, when I didn't really think that I was soaking stuff in, I guess I was. Because I just started kind of doing things, the way she did it. And I am very fortunate to have watched a master painter for that long. Not everybody gets to say that. And that's not why I, at 38, turned into, created the stuff that I create. It's not all that. I'm sure that watching my grandmother had a lot to do with it. But a lot of it was just obsession and getting rid of those excuses. And people have said that a lot about, I'm not going to start at this age. I'm not going to start because look at him. He lived with a master painter and all this stuff. I wasn't any good either. I didn't come out of the gate being able to paint, landscapes and human figures and all this wacky stuff that I do now with all this dynamic. I didn't know that. I still wasn't good at painting, There's a muscle memory to it, and I didn't have that. Really, all I got from Grandma was just composition and kind of like what brushes to use when. I mean, really, that's it. Something you could learn on a YouTube video. I never thought I'd live up to my grandmother's level as an artist. I'm just thinking, what's the point? At 38, are you kidding? I knew nothing about galleries. I knew nothing about the art world, how any of this worked. Matter of fact, when I first started, like I said in the earlier video, a lot of people in the art world, the established artists, made a lot of jokes at my expense. And I don't hold that against them. I don't hold grudges, but they did. But thankfully, those excuses only survived about a week because I had things to do. And I had a goal that I wanted to accomplish. I still have a goal that I want to accomplish. I mean, the reason why I started this YouTube video is because I'm a YouTube channel, rather. It's because I'm on a journey and I want all of you to go with me. I'm not a full-time artist yet, but I will be. And I want to document this whole thing. I want to tell everybody about what's going on in my head and post shorts about stuff that I'm working on. And I don't know, just use this as a therapy. Maybe use it to help another artist that's maybe a few steps behind me at this point, as I'm almost there. Like escaping the 9 to 5 stuff, I am almost there. I just sold a painting today. And so those excuses didn't last long. And you need to do the same. Get rid of them. They are anchors and they will they'll just stop your progress. I joined, and maybe we'll do one shameless plug, okay? I joined The People's Artist by Johnny Depp. And if you haven't figured out what that is, or if you haven't seen ads for it or anything like that, look it up. It's The People's Artist. It's helmed by Johnny Depp, the Johnny Depp. And it's an art competition where him and it's backed by a charity too. They're helping to expose artists that otherwise would never get exposed. There's a $25,000 prize at the end. Your art is featured in Elysium. You'll be in Art Forum magazine. You know, I mean, it's an awesome competition. And what's been really cool is Johnny Depp is, sending us videos, like helping us on, and other famous people. Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo has been sending us videos, helping. These are like videos sent to your group, which is awesome. I don't know how the hell this happened, but I'm not only top 5 in my group, but I'm top 20 overall. And there are thousands of artists that have joined this thing. I'm already past the first round. But I keep finding all this stuff online about... Well, I was looking up The People's Artists because I wanted to see other people's work. I wanted to see their YouTube videos, like plugging themselves, Because how it works is your friends and family vote for you. It's not juried. I think at the end maybe it has something like that, but it's not juried. Your friends and family pick you. And you crowdfund, and you have an option of voting for free, and sometimes they'll even multiply votes. And there's also an option where you could buy more votes. It goes to the charity. And people online are saying that it's a scam. People are getting butthurt by it. You have to have a Facebook account to get your profile going because you verify through Facebook. The people that vote have to verify through Facebook. And the amount of excuses that I'm seeing just with that are ridiculous. And this is with Johnny Depp and Mark Mothersbaugh seeing these messages. It's saying like, why do my friends, why do I have to have a Facebook account to get verified? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here thinking, and then they go on their YouTube channels, because I've seen a couple of them do it, saying that this is a scam. Well, first of all, if you're an artist and you don't have a Facebook account, I hate to be a jerk, but you're weird. That's weird. If you're an artist, you need to be where everybody is. I don't care if you like Facebook. I don't care if you like the ecosystem. I don't care if you like all that. If you're an artist trying to get your name out there, you need to be everywhere. And then you'll see all these videos and stuff of people saying, don't go to this social platform. Don't go to this social platform. Why? Go to all of them. You need to be everywhere. Do I like TikTok? No. I don't like Instagram. Hell, I'm getting to where I don't even like Facebook. As far as a platform and what it represents, what it stands for, what they keep allowing on there. But I'm an artist. I got to be everywhere. So first of all, if you don't have a Facebook account, that's weird. You shouldn't be making any kind of excuses if you don't even have a Facebook account. I'm sorry. I know you have your things that you like and all that, but if you have platforms that you just want to pick a few and you work with that, that's fine. That's cool. Totally cool if you want to do that. But don't complain about the other one. You know what I mean? You want to win a competition. You see things that stand in your way, these little road bumps that you didn't expect, right? And you roll with them. Oh, I didn't know that you could just buy your way in, with the votes. I don't want to sound like a used car salesman to my friend. Well, guess what? I don't have a gazillion friends. I don't have a huge following on social media. But my attitude is there. I'm humble. I'm gracious. And when I asked, everybody on there to vote, they voted like crazy. I think one guy spent $10 on like 5 votes. But other than that, it was completely 100% organic. I didn't buy any votes. I didn't tell anybody to buy any votes. I said, stick to the free. If you're going to spend money, buy one of my paintings. That's what I said. And I've just noticed that so many of these artists that I'm seeing on the People's Artist. Yeah, we'll do a shameless plug. I'll put a link in the description if you want to vote for me, okay? If not, that's cool too. If you don't like my art, whatever. Please vote for me. $25,000 is a lot of money. But the amount of excuses that people are seeing, that I'm seeing from people, it's... I didn't know you had to have a Facebook account. And these are really pissed about this. I didn't know that people could buy votes. This is a scam and all that. Cool. You're just making it easier for me. I hate to be that guy. The algorithm, the galleries, the audience, other artists, timing. I mean, it's so many people out there. It's always somebody else's fault or something else's fault, and I'm guilty too. I've done things like that before. But you got to stop, man, or you'll never grow. And while some obstacles are real, blame becomes addictive. And if you're a sensitive kind of artist to where you notice a lot going around you and you see the world, people say that you see the world a different way, you're sensitive to things. That's one thing you got to watch out for, big time. That's more dangerous than fentanyl. At a certain point, excuses stop protecting you and start trapping you. They get very, very dangerous and they get addictive. And you'll be hooked before you even know it. Because the hardest thing to admit is that progress usually starts when accountability starts. I mean, this isn't me... I'm not shaming people. This isn't me saying people don't struggle. Mental health is real. Burnout is real. Crisis is real. Life can absolutely knock the wind out of you sometimes. I suffer from severe depression. I mean, really bad. And depression has taken a lot of us out. A lot of us seemingly happy people. Lost a lot of friends to it. I've had crises myself. And in times like, there's a difference though. I mean, this is about refusing to let hardship become your permanent identity. Because like with the depression, like with life circumstances, burnout, mental health struggles, this too shall pass. And the art that you make, sometimes it'll get you through it. If you need to rest your mind and your body, don't put yourself second. Do those things. But don't let it become your permanent identity. There is a difference between needing rest and giving up on yourself. You dig? If you're sick, overwhelmed, or mentally exhausted, dude, take care of yourself. You're not weak for slowing down when life genuinely hits you really hard. I've had periods where survival came before creativity. You want to talk about COVID sometime? That'll fill a video. I got COVID to where it got scary. Like I was having talks with family members. The if anything happens to me conversations, like it got scary. Resting is not failure. Just remember that. The important thing is coming back as soon as you can and keep showing up. I was working on publishing a book for a good friend of mine because I'd published so many, even at that point. This is quite a few years ago. And I came down with full-blown pneumonia. And on top of that, I had worked myself just into complete exhaustion. I had a day job. I was trying to get this book out for this person. I was doing her editing because I'm a licensed copy editor. I was doing her editing, publishing, everything. And I got sick, pushed myself way too hard. I was working myself into exhaustion anyway. And I came down with freaking pneumonia. Oh, she's like the sweetest person in the whole world, man. You would never hear her raise her voice or get angry, anything. Just the sweetest woman ever. But dude, when she walked into that hospital room and saw me with pneumonia, with a laptop, trying to get her book done, oh, she let me have it. And yeah, she was right. Of course, I was only in my 20s at the time, so I could bounce back pretty quick. And she was quite a bit older even back then, but and older than me. But I understand what she was saying now. You got to take care of yourself because I wasn't doing anybody any favors, working with pneumonia. She would understand, kids. And I think, people would understand if you're having the same crisis. So I'm not saying don't take care of yourself. I know dude, the human spirit is just ridiculous. I know a painter who, due to physical difficulties, can do things with his feet that I struggle to do with my hands. One of the best painters at the gallery here where I live is in a wheelchair. I don't know how he paints like that. No clue. And I think I don't know exactly what he has, but it's palsy. He's, very, very short. He's grown. He's a grown person, but he's very, very, short. His legs are twisted. I don't know what he has. But I'm astonished that he could paint like that. I'm like, dude, I have a fully functioning body here, and this guy makes me look like these are scribbles, And honestly, better work than a lot of people. How do I say this? This guy does better work than a lot of people who are making excuses with fully functioning hands, including me for a time. That completely changed how I looked at limitation. And I'm not joking with you. I know a guy who, due to his physical issues, I hate to say deformities, but disabilities, does better paintings with his feet than I do with my freaking hands. There are no excuses. This is art. There are no rules anyway. Human beings are capable of adapting in crazy, unbelievable ways. Do I run the risk of looking like a complete douche canoe on these videos? Yes. Yeah. Because I'm wearing sunglasses indoors and all of them in a dark room. And I'm wearing headphones when I really don't need to. I'm using it to monitor my microphone, but half of the stuff in this video is completely unnecessary. But like I said, I'm terrified of the camera. I don't like how I look. I'm not self-conscious, but I'm critical. I'm a big old fat guy, so I wear black all the time. I'm scared of the camera, so I wear sunglasses. There is a reason these videos are in black and white, and they will always be in black and white. Number one, it fits with the aesthetic of my paintings. It is a creative choice. And there's another reason too, and it's a physical thing. And it's not going to stop me from making videos. I'm sure a lot of people are going to make fun of me in the comments section. I really don't care. Because I am not going anywhere. I'm not. Well, human beings are just capable of adapting in crazy, unbelievable ways. Sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't ability. It's the story that we keep telling ourselves over and over. And that may come from insecurity. That may come from childhood. That may come from a bad relationship. You're a creator, man. You don't need it no more. Put it into your work. Make something beautiful out of it. We're raised to say that anger is a bad emotion and sadness is a bad emotion. Regret is bad. No, it's not. Anger is one of the greatest emotions out there. Think of what other things can put you just in that boom, ready to work mode, and where you just paint, or you make an album, or you take a microphone and you just scream into it as loud as you can with a guitar going. You know what I mean? Anger is a great emotion. It's just what you do with it. At this point in my life, I really don't feel like I have anything left to prove anymore. Before painting, and I'm not puffing myself up. I mean, before painting, I'd already written 40 novels. I made 6 albums, 3 of them with my band. And I work to this day on top of the full-time job and the painting and this YouTube channel and the podcasts and all that. I work a regular gig as a jazz-trained drummer. And I like how every drummer says they're jazz-trained, but when you actually are, you don't say it a lot. So it kind of feels alien coming out of my mouth. But that's a skill that you work a lifetime to achieve anyway, playing jazz. I wanted to learn how to play the drums when actually I've been playing since I was about 5, but seriously since I was about 14. And a really, really good, like, pro level drummer that I know, I said I wanted to learn how to play the drums. Like, what style of music really separates the men from the boys? He said jazz, and that's what I did. And kind of funny, what's funny about that is most of my albums are heavy metal albums. But jazz is so adaptable to heavy metal music. And oddly enough, letting go of needing validation really made me freer creatively. I would have never been able to start painting what I do now, or even close to it, if I was still desperately seeking that validation from people. Because I don't know what it is about painting. You can't lie to it. You can't lie to yourself while you do it. At least I can't. There's no lying to that canvas at all, because that painting will find you out and it will fail, at least for me. And that's a good thing. I'm not trying to be somebody anymore. I'm just trying to be myself, and that's what you need to do. I've written books with a baby sitting on my lap. I don't know how many times. Life is never going to become perfectly quiet and convenient for you. There will always be interruptions, responsibilities, exhaustion. Sometimes creativity happens in the middle of the mess anyway. Embrace it. That's where a lot of good ideas come from. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start building anyway. You'll be surprised at what you find. I think comparison is a creative poison too. And I lump that in with the excuses. Because a lot of excuses are really comparison in disguise, right? You compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Guilty as charged. I've done it. And it is dangerous because it destroys momentum before you even start. You don't need to be the greatest artist alive to make meaningful work. You don't. So if you're holding yourself back, if you're giving yourself excuses, if you hear that one person, and you know who it is, you hear that one person's voice echoing in your head over and over, you can't do it, you can't do it, you're not going to do it, you're going to fail. Well, first of all, if everybody in the world is telling you that you're screwing up, you're going in the right place, because look what they've accomplished. Nothing. Just keep going long enough to find your voice. One sketch counts. One painting counts. 1 hour counts. People underestimate how much tiny, consistent effort compounds over the years. Most creative careers are built quietly before anybody even notices them. It's true. And I know I focus this toward painters a lot, but I'm a musician too. I'm a podcaster, I'm a writer, so I don't want to leave all you guys out. I've made independent films before, so this goes with every kind of art, okay? I've just always been a creative person. I mean, most creative careers, and this is totally true, are built quietly before anybody notices them. It's true. Art does not belong only to the gifted, the connected, or naturally confident. It belongs to people who continue, people who survive no matter what is whispered into their ears, even from themselves. The people willing to be bad before they get good, right? The people willing to keep creating through rejection, fear, and uncertainty. That, kids, is where real artists are made. And you'll say, well, this guy had such a leg up and all that. Really, when you look at it, I didn't. I will escape this 9 to 5 stuff. I will get out. We'll be full-time artists. And hopefully these videos are going to help you. If if you're 1 step behind me, 5 steps behind me, what have you. I went from abstract doodlings, not having any idea about galleries, any of that stuff. I'm in 3 galleries now all across the world. I'm in the quarterfinals of the People's Artist Competition with Johnny Depp. I just sold a painting today. I've sold paintings that are thousands of dollars. Sky's the limit, and we're not stopping. And you can do it too, damn it. So quit telling yourself you can't. And quit letting other people tell you can't either. But anyway, once I always tell myself, once I get to the rambly point, once I start blah, 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 then Billy, it's time to go. So it is time to go. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to do a shameless plug. I'm just going to say People's Artists there. If you want to vote for me, go ahead. And my my website is in the description too. So if you want to check out any of my art, see what I'm talking about. I do have a course. No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be a running joke on this channel. I'm serious about this. You hear any advice from anybody online and they say the words, check out my course, leave. Okay? They don't see you as a valuable person. They see you as a number, a lead. Don't listen to the buy my course guys, okay? All right. So my course, 10 easy ways. No, we're going to make that a running joke on here. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling at this point. I'll see you later. I really hope that these videos help some people out that are struggling, hurting. I've gotten out of the 9 to 5 before, and we'll do it again. We're going to become full-time artists. You and me right here, okay? But anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody who keeps subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll just keep working at this thing. See what happens, what it does, how much we can make this grow. I'll catch you guys later, okay? Cheers.